Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tier List Week. Now, before you start thinking that I've ordered a bunch of cocaine on the black market, and I've done a bunch of that in the last 2 days for coming up with this idea, that's not the case. I'm kind of just assuming that this will do decently because tier lists usually do well in the Identity 5 niche, I guess. Also, I want to do like a whole week leading up to the Survivor and Hunter updated tier list for like whatever the fuck this season is right now. I don't even know. And without further ado, let's move into the first tier list that we're going to be starting the week off with Hunters I would beat in a fight, or Hunters you could beat in a fight. The link, by the way, will be in the description if you want to check this out yourself for whatever reason. This tier list seems to be... This isn't made by me, by the way. This is made by somebody else. The idea is also theirs. I'm stealing it because thief uwu. But it looks like we're only updated to the breaking wheel, so hunters like the Naiad, Clerk, fuck them. We don't need them. Get that garbage out of here. And without further ado, I already did it without further ado. This video is a mess. Anyway... the tiers I would demolish them. Barely won, fair fight, barely beat, they would demolish me. Now, let's start with the Hell Ember. Now, the Hell Ember is just kind of... I don't know. See, I'm kind of a weak individual, I guess. I should say. I'm not that great in a fight. But I feel like Hell Ember, he just hits you with a shark, man. He's got nothing really special. So I feel like it would be a fair fight. You know, like... he doesn't do anything, he just has a shark that he hits you with. I guess he has, like, the ethereal fire or whatever it's called, but that's, you know, just not really relevant. I mean, oh no, a giant puppet. This isn't Chucky, though. Those aren't gonna actually hurt you. Anyway, next we have Clown, which I feel like Clown would probably kick my ass, honestly. Just, I have a phobia of clowns, fun fact. I hate them. And so I would probably just be on the floor crying as he just approached to murder me. Oh boy, this is gonna get thunderbolted, isn't it? Anyway, next we have the Dream Witch, and the Dream Witch would probably destroy me as well because it's a literal goddess, I think, deity, something like that. But you know, they would, yeah. Need I say more? Let's make myself feel better with this sculptor. This is just a person in a chair, so I think we would win. I think I would win. I think I'd have a pretty good chance of beating the sculptor. It's just, you know, obvious reasons. Next we have Anne, and honestly, I think probably fair fight. She's just got a giant, like, her advantage is she's tall, but like, is that really an advantage? I think the most difficult part about fighting Anne would be you don't want to harm the cats. Like, the poor cats did nothing. So, you know. And let's just get Feast out of the way as well. Also a god. We don't stand any chance against that. And, while we're there, Evil Reptilian, likewise, don't stand a chance against a giant lizard man. Bloody Queen, on the other hand, I feel like barely won, maybe, because she's got a scary chunk of glass, but that's kind of it. But the thing is, I don't think you can actually beat Bloody Queen because maybe this goes for all the hunters, but she's already dead. Actually, we have a character called the Undead, so it's probably true for all the hunters. Speaking of Undead, that massive-ass sword, yep, no way, no chance. Actually, that sword actually has a really shitty hitbox. So honestly, you know, would demolish them. Dude, you can run circles around this guy. He can't hit you with that sword. His aim is so bad. Next up, let's do Mad Eyes. Now, Mad Eyes is just a crazy, kooky architect. Fucking, I don't know. I feel like this would be a fair fight, though, because he's got, like, a giant hammer, but, you know, that's about it. I mean, he also could make, like, walls appear around you, which, that would be terrifying, but I mean, it's a wall. Whoop-de-doo. You wouldn't, jumping over that, you would not take damage like you would in the game. Like, Mad Eyes would be kind of just a fair fight. Next we have Gamekeeper, and I feel like Gamekeeper is actually, like, strong and scary undead deer thing. So I think I'm gonna put him in barely beat. Not really sure why. It's just I feel like that's where it should be. Now Wu Chang is a little bit interesting because, you know, the only good part about Wu Chang is the fact that he can hit you from across the map. He has, I mean, well, we're not even talking about that. I mean, he has a fucking umbrella. Would demolish. Absolute. Dude, a guy with an umbrella, pff, come at me, bro. Guard 26, on the other hand, has some deadly time bombs. Probably don't want to mess with those. Next we have Geisha, who is scary, but dude, a hand fan, what? Probably barely won. And, you know what, probably demolish. Destroy Geisha. Come on, hit me with that. You know, even if you lose to Geisha, I'm not even going to say that joke. Oh, those of you that can probably imagine where I was going with that, but moving on. The Ripper is really not a fair fight because he's, number one, he's got like a giant claw hand to murder you with, but he can also go invisible, so like, I think he'd probably destroy you because you'd just be kind of waiting in the boxing ring or whatever, and Ripper just appears behind you and slits your throat. Absolutely unfair fight. Just disqualify him. Soul Weaver, for me, petrify the spiders, hate them. Dude, I would burn the world down if it meant getting rid of... Okay, that's just... that's absurd. Oh, this video is getting thunderbolted. But seriously, spiders, I have to get somebody else to deal with the spider. I can't do it myself. Like, funny story, one of my friends decided it would be a fun, great idea to DM me on Discord a bunch of pictures of really big, ugly, scary, hairy, grotesque, real spiders, like, you know, the ones in Australia that are just like, you know, what your nightmares are made of. So she decides to send me a whole bunch of those, and when I open my Discord DMs, because it doesn't show me that it's a photo of the spider, I literally smashed my phone because it scared the living fuck out of me. Anyway, so Weaver would destroy me just because I wouldn't even fight it. I would just lie on the ground and prepare to die because I can't. Oh, moving on, spiders are horrible, burn them all. Next we have Photographer, who, honestly, for just being a guy, he has a sword, so probably he would barely beat me. Like, unless I was given a sword, then maybe, I don't know, but a Photographer is just a normal person, so it's kind of hard to tell. He does have the photo world, and he could just, like, kind of appear behind you and decapitate you as well, so maybe that also worked, but, you know. Axe Boy, you know, I think, you know, barely won. I think I would barely win against Axe Boy, because he's a child, right? And yes, he can control fireballs, and yes, he has a very sharp axe, but looking past that, he's a child, so, you know, you could just... I don't think he's very accurate with that axe. And, you know, even if he is, what's the worst he's gonna do? Chop you down by your kneecaps? And then you can grab him and throw him away or something. I don't know. Justice for Axe Boy. I don't know. What am I even saying at this point? Next, we have the Violinist. Now, he has a violin. And that's really as far as he goes. He can throw scary notes at you. Ooh. Demolish. Next we have the Breaking Wheel, who is... I don't even know what to say. It's just the Breaking Wheel. Did you know, fun fact, that there are people that ship Breaking Wheel with people? Dude, what the f...